Good, wonderful evening. God is in control and prayer changes things. Tonight I've been watching some videos that I'd like to share snippets with you. Now, I've shown you the title of the videos so that you can go back and watch the videos in their entirety. You know, when this whole thing started, it was crazy. But now we have gone from the crazy level straight to the level of insanity. So we're going to start with this video. This gentleman was giving a speech. The police were there the entire time. But nothing was said or done until he read Revelations 13:16. And this is what happened from there. This is where things get really hairy.
I want you to listen to this. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in.
So much for freedom of speech. But this is the COVID virus. And I don't know how it is that people consent to allow this. And when I say allow this, people are terrified and people aren't speaking up. This is the time for us to pray and also to speak up and speak out to our representatives. This is just like what happened on the planes after 9/11. They do these things because we allow them to do these things to us. And it's the same with this. How is this man sharing scripture? What does that have to do with the spread of the coronavirus? It doesn't have a thing in the world to do with the spread of that virus. This is another video that's just crazy.
What this is saying, yes, you're right. This is forcing us to make you go to the hospital. That's right.
Since when did people have to submit to being forced to go to the hospital against their will? This is another one. And this, so far out of the most, is the scariest video of all the ones that I've seen this evening.
To enter people's homes and remove family members, presumably by force.
In most parts of the world, due to lockdown, most of the transmission that's actually happening in many countries now is happening in the household, at family level. In some senses, transmission has been taken off the streets and pushed back into family units. Now we need to go and look in families to find those people who may be sick and remove them and isolate them in a safe and dignified manner.
Sounds a little bit suspicious. Kind of sounds like when you go to put your dog down, when they put him down in a safe and dignified manner. Somebody put that in the comments and I thought, you know, they're right about that. But when I heard that, what I heard is we are going to come and take the disruptors and take them to a black site. We're going to come and remove your family members by force. So that's a little bit scary because all of this stuff started out voluntary. Remember? Isolate yourself, self-quarantine, monitor yourself. But then it went to, oh, we're not going to let you into our establishments or on public transportation without a mask. And you have to wear gloves. You have a curfew. You can't be out past a certain time in the evening. And if you are, you better have some papers saying that you are, what's the word? I think it says valid. Yeah. So you have to prove to the police that you are valid. Sounds a lot a bit suspicious. There are several, sorry. There are several places during this video that are cause for alarm. And I'm hoping that the citizens of the U.S. will wake up, because these things are a total violation of our Constitution. And when I told people back then, when Obama signed the National Defense Authorization Act, and a lot of our Congress and senators supported them. As a matter of fact, anybody who supported that bill, I never voted for him again. If I'd voted for him previously, I never did, because that bill said that the government can come and take people out of their houses against their will if they deem that they are pretty much an enemy of the United States. And they can hold them indefinitely without a trial. And at that time, I was so alarmed. And people were like, oh, they're doing this to protect us. They're doing this to protect us from terrorists. I hope that people will wake up and see what's going on and speak up for yourselves before it's too late. Or we need to speak up for ourselves, before it's too late.
Pilot program, which will certainly grow into something larger and larger, and that is a community contact tracing program. We've done contact tracing all along. That contact is a person who's been exposed to someone that we document to have the COVID infection. When we find someone who has a COVID infection, those people are immediately isolated. But we also work with them to figure out who their contacts were.
Whoa, not only are they trying to isolate them, they're talking about their contacts as well. This has definitely gone from a voluntary situation to one that's more militant and of force. Yep, starting to feel a whole lot like a police state. And keep listening to what this gentleman is saying.
But the purpose of this program is to bring on people. We're going to start with 10 people. We may bring on up to 50 or even more.
Okay. They're giving numbers, but he did say it was a pilot program that's going to get larger and larger. Please go back and look at some of these videos and start asking questions about this whole coronavirus pandemic situation. This will be the last little snippet that I let you hear on this particular video. And then I'm going to wrap it up with what all of this reminded me of when I was listening to it.
And again, we'll isolate every one of them, and we will find every one of their contacts.
Whoa, that should scare people silly and make the hair on the back of their neck stand up. But you know what? Like I said in the beginning, God is still in control. But it's definitely time for us to speak up for ourselves. As I was listening to this whole thing, it reminded me of a scene or of my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies.
We're being told to urge people to stay indoors. Reports are coming in now.
Move now. I'm going to service.
Please remain indoors. This is for your own protection. Please remain calm. Please refrain from going near the windows or doors.
Deactivate. Commence emergency shutdown.
We are attempting to avoid human losses during this transit.
This is the last segment.
This cure is voluntary. Nobody's talking about extermination.
No one ever talks about it. They just do it. And you go on with your lives, ignoring the signs all around you. And then one day when the air is still and the night has fallen, they come for you.
Excuse me.
Only then you realize what you're talking about organizing and committed. extermination has already begun. Make no mistake, my brothers. They will draw first blood. They will force their cure upon us.
I believe that this is a test run for something much more sinister. The second time, I think it's going to be more severe. This is definitely the time to get your lives in order with the great holy Lord.